Oh, I didn't do mine.
You didn't do yours. Get your mic on, Zach.
Got
up. Hi.
I need alarms.
Oh, yeah, that might help.
Yeah.
Okay, let's set up first.
Beep, beep.
Pew, pew. We don't want to listen to The Little Mermaid.
Anyway, I want to listen to
What's the song in your head right now?
What's love got to do with it? I don't know, just because you said what. Anyway, how's your week going? How's your day going? How's your week? How's your life been?
Right now I'm really jittery, but I've had a lot of caffeine. So I know where that's coming from. Not enough water, not enough balance today. And I'm coming down from work, so lots of energy because that's like run, serve, run some more. And then the level of stupidity today was there. So there's that.
Was that fun?
It made things fun. I'm just like, really? But like, I dead ass stare people like, oh.
You did?
I'm sorry, what?
You say what?
Anyways, so yeah, we got our cat.
Yay!
Yay!
Don't we pick a name?
She gave us her opinion.
But that's not what we went with.
But that's not what we went with. And then my mom like reminded me that we used to like everyone got to pick a name and put it in a hat. And I was like, yeah, no. Me and Kevin sat the night we decided we were getting the cat. And it was all in motion. And we went through for like an hour and a half just going through random names. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this. Yeah. And so like we had a couple picked out. Didn't go with either of them. But one of my top 5 from that night got picked. His name is Poe.
Nice.
He's adorable. So that's been fun. Today he so Opie's been like all about him and wanting to pick him up always. So I'm just like, dude, if you really want like to have a cat who wants to be around us, you gotta stop manhandling him. Yeah. Like just leave him be, stop picking him up, especially when he's sleeping.
Gotta let him figure it out.
Yeah. But then today he tried like jumping up at the cat and I watch and then I get uncomfortable and then I'm like, okay, where's my spray bottle? Because that's my solution right now. But there was no time for the spray bottle. It was like he was pouncing and I just like grabbed him and was just like, nope. And tossed him the other way and he kind of like sat down and shook his head and I'm like, you good? And he kind of ran away from me and I was like, well... Don't fuck with the bird. Yeah. Bird's been here before you. So then I went and I said sorries. And I was just like, just don't fuck with the bird. And
just don't touch my bird.
Yeah. So that's been an adjustment. Like we had him set up for a couple days, like just to hang out and get to hear the noises and everything. And then in that time, I got Dylan and her cage moved upstairs into the office, which I asked Kevin to do it, and then he's just like, well, I don't know if it's gonna fit, and I'm just like, okay,
we'll figure it out.
So he went to work and I found a measuring tape and I measured the doorway because it's like right off our stairs and then it's the door, and then to get into the room it's like a kind of like L shape around and then it opens up. And I was like measuring and I was like, okay, I got this. And I went downstairs and went in the birdcage and measured it. I was like, cool, I got this. No problem. I wanted to make sure I hit start on that and not just like timed it out. But
that's
I did.
Fine. I forgot that I can see it.
Oh yeah. Hey, we got a timer right there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But normally I can't see it. Anyway.
So yeah. So then I myself carried my birdcage, which is quite large and a little bit heavy, up the stairs by myself. And Kevin, like, I messaged him after. I'm like, okay, that's done. It fits. He's like, good job. And then Cora, I told her that, and she's like, Haley, really, Haley? And I was like, I did it a stair at a time. Like, I just lifted up the stair, and then I'd step up, and then I'd lift it up the stair. It took a minute, but I got it up, and I didn't break anything. So I didn't hurt myself. It was a win. Yay! But yeah, it's been a good week. And then yesterday we all went and got our hair cut. And if y'all are in the Wisconsin area in Hortonville and need a barber, there's a really great chick. Her name's Jenny. I went to barber school with her and She made it through.
At least one of you did.
At least one of us did. But I ran into her last month at the pumpkin patch, and she mentioned she is the one and only barber at the Hortonville Barber Shop now on Main Street. So I set up appointments for the whole family. Kevin got a whole new, like, upgraded look because he's been growing his hair out for like 5 years.
He's a brand new man now.
He's so handsome right now. I can't stop staring at him. She did a wonderful job. That's how it is too. Ooh, I like the color. That's magic.
Yeah. They're changing.
Yeah. So we got haircuts. Like, I got an inch trim, and then I braided my hair last night again. And that went so much smoother because all my ends are clean. And Opie got bangs, and that was my week. I worked. It was all right. It definitely feel like the full moon energy, but it wasn't. I was riding a high on it. Yeah. Like, it was actually a really good grounding full moon for me until like the 3 days post, and then it got stupid. And
that's kind of what happens.
No, usually I'm like in the trenches day of the full moon, and then I'm suffering consequences hard. Like, I ride into it, and then I fuck up, and then I'm riding out of it really bad. And this time I was like really high all the way through it, and then the weekend at work, it was just odd and stupid, and that messed with my vibe. It's like, I don't want to no more. But other than that, it was good. How are you? What's up with you?
I'm good. I did a couple of the podcasts with my mom and my dad. That was nice.
I started fun. Your mom's.
That was fun. My mom's, I really liked, I said it in there, I really like talking to my mom, but I had an idea of like things I wanted to talk about with her, and I felt like I lost track. And then there was a point in there where I was like, it felt like dead air, and I was like, because I forgot what I was gonna say. But it was nice. Like I told her, I used to talk to my mom all the time, like every night when when I was younger and we all like lived together and whatever. Like every night, me and my mom and my brother would smoke in the middle of the night. Whoever woke up or whatever would be like, hey, let's go. We would all go outside. Or like, I don't know, my mom just always was up in the middle of the night. So like, we would always talk about like just random shit. And I just haven't, I don't know, not that I haven't wanted to, it just kind of dynamic switch, I guess. But anyway, but then I was talking to her like last month just randomly because I was waiting for Cheryl, because Cheryl got pictures done. And so I was waiting at my parents for Cheryl to get done, and I was just talking to her, and it was really nice. And then I had a thought because she loves Nashville. Like, and she's gone 4 or 5 times now.
Okay.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, how cool would it be? To go to Nashville, like, with my mom? Like, not only, no, the message.
I know, but look at the time.
Yeah. But, like, how cool would it be to go with my mom, like, and see it with her?
Yeah.
Like, not just, like,
hear her experience of it, but
or, like, not just have mine, you know what I mean? Like, not just go and be like, oh, that's really cool, like, but be able to have those moments, like, with her would be cool. So we were talking about that. So that's actually what, like, started me being like, we should talk about this. Because we should talk about music, because music is really cool.
Yeah.
And transcendent between all things, in my opinion. So that was really cool. And then I talked with my dad, which that one will post this coming Friday. And that one was kind of not bad. It was just kind of, I don't think I was wording it in the way that was getting through to the point I was trying to make, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like, I wanted to talk about like a certain dynamic or thought, and I was trying to frame it in a way of like leading him into it, like to talk about, but every time it would get there, he like wouldn't really get what I was saying, and so I would like word it in a different way, and then he would like, I don't know. It was a weird
It was
dance.
off?
It was bad. It wasn't bad. Like it's not like if anybody didn't know that, it probably wouldn't like feel that way.
Okay.
But it was just like the point that I was trying to talk about in the beginning. It was just kind of like I didn't want to like straight out be like, we're talking about this.
Yeah. You
But
wanted
then
to lead into it.
but then every time it would get close, he would like
Veer
take
off.
a different part of what I said.
Yeah.
And so finally I was just like, whatever. It's not that really that big a deal. There were parts that we talked about, what I actually wanted to talk about. So it's not that big a deal. But that was fun. But I got to do those back to back, so that was nice.
There you
So
go.
I got to like be at my parents' house for like 4 hours. So that was cool.
Nice.
And then went to a wedding last night.
How was that?
Brooks. Well, I didn't go to his wedding. I went to his reception.
Brooke?
Brooke? Yeah.
You got married?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Congratulations!
Yeah, yesterday.
Congratulations.
But it was really funny because his reception was super cool. Like it made me like, I understand like my wedding and reception was cool, but there were things that like he did at his reception that I was like, that's super fucking cool.
Like what?
His wife had a black wedding dress.
Ooh.
Which I thought was really cool.
Nice.
It had like lace and everything. It was really cool. But he did it in a theater, like a
yours
like
or
a
like
dinner,
a play?
like a dinner and a show theater.
Oh.
So like it has like the booths and then the
Uh-huh.
tables
Yeah.
and the bars on each side. He did it in there.
Okay.
And then had like they made a like monogram
Yeah.
of like their initials,
Uh-huh.
and they had that on the screen.
Oh, that's
Like
cute.
as everybody was like dancing on the dance floor or whatever. It was super cool. I saw it and I was like, that's fucking cool. It was so fucking cool.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Got a nice date with the wifey then.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was nice.
Kevin owes me one of those.
There's minor awkwardness, but
That happened.
it was just it was.
Do you want to talk about it?
I am going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it for very long, but I am going to just briefly talk about it because it was funny to me. But then me and Cheryl talked about it on the way home of like, why? So it was okay. So we got there, and we were like, not everybody had got there yet, right? So we get there, Brooke's standing there. I give Brooke a hug, congratulations, all that stuff, right? And then behind us, Josh came in.
Okay.
So he came in with his wife, right?
Yeah.
And was kind of awkward, but also like, hey, haven't seen you, give me a hug, like whatever, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then AJ came in behind him, didn't say anything. Didn't say anything to either of me and Cheryl at all, right?
Okay.
And then Matt came in behind them. This is like within like 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah.
Like, and Matt, of course, like Matt's always been like came up and gave us both big hug. Like I haven't seen you in forever, whatever, right? So then I told Brooke, I was like, well, I'm gonna get a drink and I'm gonna head in there. And he's like, yeah, no big deal. They're finishing up the father-daughter dance, and then we're gonna open up the dance floor, and then everybody can just hang out until we shut everything down. He's like, I'll try to work my way.
So this is after the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, so I'll try to work my way to see everybody or whatever if I can. I was like, no big deal. It's a wedding. I get it.
Yeah.
So like we go in. Oh, and Courtney came in too.
Okay.
And Courtney like was the same as Matt. Like, hi, how you doing? Blah blah blah. So Courtney came and sat with me and Cheryl. We sat in like the corner area because they had like the buffet over there. And so we're sitting there, and then the rest of them sit on the other end of like the opposite end of the room, like over here.
Okay.
Which I was like, well, whatever, not a big deal. But then like every time, obviously, like people that were invited like saw me and came up to me and was like, oh, how you doing or whatever, and then like totally like didn't acknowledge that Cheryl was there.
Yeah.
Even like though she was like right next to me. And when they did, it was kind of like a hi, like this
Ew.
awkwardness. And so so whatever, I kind of blew it off, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even bring it up to Cheryl while we were there.
Yeah.
So I kind of just blew it off. I was kind of like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then Cheryl was dancing with Brooke's wife, Heather. And so I went to go get another drink, and Katie was out by the bar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. And she's like, "Are you tired of people asking you if you're okay?" And I'm like, "What?"
What?
And she's like, "Yeah, like I've had like 3 people come up to me and ask me if I'm okay that you're here." And I'm like, "Yeah, like Brooke had mentioned it on his passing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Katie's here, by the way." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Okay, I just wanted to make sure like it's not a big deal." I was like, "No, it's not a big deal." He's like, "Okay, I'll catch up with you in a minute," like in passing. But that was the only person that said it to me.
Yeah. But
And
everyone else.
And so she said that to me when we were out there, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, like people have said it, but not like I don't know."
Right.
And she's like, "I'm just tired of like being asked that all the time. Like it's not a big deal. We're over it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel the same." And she's like, "I was gonna have my husband go out there and dance with you just to be like, yeah, we're fine." But then he like hurt his leg on like the steps or whatever. And I was like,
go up to both of them and start man dancing
okay,
all over them.
Okay,
that's what you should have done.
It was okay. So
shut up.
So that didn't happen, but we thought about it because so much time had passed.
Yeah.
That by the time like I had talked to, because that had happened like maybe an hour before we left.
Okay.
And so I like I said, I wasn't even going to say anything to Cheryl about it, but then like that happened. And so I went back and I told Cheryl, I was like, "I just need to tell you this just because I think this is so funny." And so I told her, and she's like, "Yeah, I've noticed the like side glances and whatever from all of the people like from there." And I'm like, no, I just find it funny that like the people it directly involves don't have a problem with it. It's everybody else that has a problem with it. And so that's what Cheryl said. Cheryl was like, "Well, the next like slow song, I'll just like ask Katie to dance with me, and that way they can like whatever." But then like I said, by the time that time had passed, like the only other slow song was Heather and Brooke, and then everybody left. So, but anyway, but it was just that was just the thing that I was just like,
construe it. We're gonna all get together. We're just gonna make a mashup reel.
I was
of all 4 of y'all dancing together and be like, we don't give a fuck.
I told Cheryl, I was like, it's just one of those things. Like, it normally doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like whatever, and like I've seen Katie more in the last like year and a half than I have in the last 10, and so like it's not just like a no, I'm okay with it. Like we actually are okay. Like, being around each other, it's not that big a deal. But I was telling Cheryl, I was like, I think the reason why people think it's awkward is only because it's normal awkward. But people think that because of our history that it's not. Like it's between me and her, it's not a like I'm so angry with you, I have resentment awkward. It's kind of like meeting somebody you went to high school with now that you really haven't talked to in between. You know what I mean? Like it's that awkward. It's like, "Oh, I see you had a kid. That's cool." Like
right? Like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's like that kind of awkward. It's not like resentment or anything like that awkward. So I think that people that either don't know or don't want to know like that,
or don't care to understand, like they're just making their
they just go, "Oh, see, they're awkward." Like, and it's like, yeah, you also would be awkward.
But it's like not even that. They couldn't like it could be their own personal opinions and judgments on the whole thing that they're just like, well, why isn't like we need to make sure, because if it was us in this situation,
that's what Cheryl said. Cheryl's like,
we would be hella fucked up over it.
Yeah,
so we need to make sure she's okay and make sure this one doesn't feel like she's welcome, which is horrible.
That's what Cheryl said, is that it's probably a personal of like, I wouldn't be able to get over this, so like there's no way that like So anyway, so it didn't ruin the night. We danced, we had fun, it was nice, it was really fun. But it was just like I said, it was just that part that I was like, why? and I even told Cheryl, and then I'll stop because it's not as big a deal. I just thought it was funny. But it's like I told Cheryl, I was like, Katie hasn't said that to me, So, like, for me, up until this point, it was like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
And, like, she said she's over it. But, like, there's really not, like, obviously, with still being awkward. Like, for me, there's not really a, like, I don't know how this is going to sound. I haven't seen that you're as over it as I am, if that makes sense. Like, it's just a nuisance sort of thing. But then, like, for her to be like, are you fucking over this?
Yeah.
Like that, I was like, oh, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the one that, I'm
Like,
not making this awkward. It actually is, like, a thing. Yeah. So.
That's a cool understanding you guys now have.
It was nice.
Making it less awkward.
I just wanted to bring it because I thought that part of it was funny, of just, like, we were just normal, like, conversation. She was like, are you fucking tired of being asked this? And I was like in my head, I was like, yes, I am. Yes. I'm glad that we both
hear this? Does everyone in the back hear this?
I'm glad that we both.
They're over it.
I'm glad that we both understand that this is annoying. Anyway, what do you want to talk about?
Winter is coming.
Winter. Yeah, that's why we're in the truck.
Yeah, because my ass freezes, and, like, I'm in a thick long sleeve, like a long john thing, and I'm still shivery over here. So it's not you. I'm finally feeling the heat, and I do have my window cracked for us so we don't smoke out. But anywho, winter is coming, and there's things like, if you have or are challenged with seasonal depression or depression in general, the winter, especially in colder seasoned places or climates, your shit gets fucked. Especially in Wisconsin, where lack of vitamin D really throws us off. So I kind of wanted to talk today about, like, self-care and, like, what you can be doing for yourself to help you not feel like a pile of dog crap all winter long. And it's going to be some hard truths, and it's truths you're not going to want to do. But honestly, if you have some sort of menu in place, when you get that low, coming back to that and being like, I can do one thing off this list for myself, I might feel just a little bit better. And it can open up someone's day somewhere. Yeah. So winter is coming. And it's said that, like, back old-timey things, that once the snow...
hold on. Can I interject just to tell you an old-timey thing?
Yeah, always.
It's not an old-timey thing. It's something that'll make you feel old.
Oh.
So my oldest daughter, said, I'm just joshing you today. And I laughed. And she goes, where does that even come from? Is that, like, from Drake and Josh? And I was like, no. It was a thing long before Drake and Josh was ever a show. And she kind of looked at me. I was like, what, back in, like, the 1900s? And she's like, well, I don't know. I don't know why it would be a thing. I was like, I don't know why it was an expression, but no, it didn't come from Drake and Josh. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, if, like, your mindset come first snow, when snow hits, like, I shouldn't say determined, but, like, that's basically your follow through for the rest of the winter. So shifting our mindset and locking in now, it is important for everyone. Like, drinking your water. This is really good for our bodies are like 90% water, or some really high percentage like that. All of our organs need 80%. 80% water. Thank you, Sir Seki.
Anyway, drink water.
Drink your water. It's important. Like, half the brain fog us older people are experiencing, midday crashes, all that is basically lack of water and hydration. So if you're not getting your water, like, it's important. It's important. That's number one. Number two is sugar. Sugar is terrible. We all know it, but it really affects your mood. Like, it'll spike you up. Blood sugar is up, everything up. And then when you crash, you don't go back to baseline. You go further down, and it takes longer for you to recoup and get back to baseline. that being said, it fucks with your mood. And like, okay, so fun fact, I ran out of nicotine, and in Wisconsin, we now have like FDA banned on juices type situations. You get really,
Yep.
yeah. Anyway, so I finally ran out of vape Tuesday. I was in really good spirits about it. I was like, fine, I can do this. Doing great. Wednesday, I was slightly hitting off Kevin's vape when I was with him every once in a while. Still doing fine. Really good mindset about it. Thursday, I went to work and we were pokey ass dead. And then one of the old cooks came in to make soup and she had a vape. So I just kept grabbing it out of her pocket. And then I was just like, yeah, no, this isn't working. So then I went to the gas station and I'm just like, who has nicotine right now? Who has it? And Katie was like, we have these new FDA approved ones. So I bought one. But to like why I was so good on Tuesday and Wednesday is I was feeding myself Sour Patch Kids because I needed the dopamine hit. That was gonna be my tricky trick. And I felt okay on Tuesday evening after an 8-hour shift of eating nothing but Sour Patch Kids. Thursday, that was part of the reason I caved, is because I got halfway through my shift and I was so sick of the sugar I was eating, because I don't eat that amount of sugar, much less candy, anymore, that I was crashing from it. And I was just like, no, I'm over this. Give me my nicotine back. I will take the nicotine. I will take the lung disease. Don't make me eat this sugar. It's nasty. It's bad for my body. So, and like I overeat on it and then my skin flares up too. So I mean, it's a whole hot mess for me.
So sugar is bad. I've been trying to find a different way other than smoking because it's bad for you, but also because like the nicotine itself isn't bad.
Oh shit.
Because it's not.
It's been in there.
Because the nicotine is actually really good for you.
It's all the additives in it.
It's good for your brain. So I've been trying to find a way to like stop smoking, but still like have a way of having nicotine. And I really don't want to do the vape thing because it's bad for you.
Yes and no.
No. Okay. Not as bad for you as cigarettes, but still bad for your lungs because it's vapor. It's still bad.
But anyway, not as bad.
I get that. But my thought is I don't want to do this multiple times. So I could go down, in my head, I could go down the thing of like, I could do vapes to get off cigarettes, and then to get off cigarettes, I could find something else that's just nicotine, blah, 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 whatever. But I only want to do this once.
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to find something that still has nicotine that isn't vaping or whatever. But then the problem that I'm running into is that my brain, which I tried to do like the Zen things, which in my opinion, I don't think they really work, but I don't really know because whatever. But I ritualistically have like in my head things that I smoke at, you know what I mean? So like having like the little pouch things, that really is not the same trigger in my head.
Same thing.
So I'm having difficulty, and my wife is saying I'm being picky because I want to find something that still has a physical thing that's not a vape.
No.
That still has nicotine, which is I found one, but it's super expensive. It's like almost $30.
See, I have this.
Which isn't really more cost effective than smoking cigarettes.
No, not that one. I have
the little thingy,
which is a breathing tube.
Yeah.
Here, I'll take it off and you can try it.
Yeah,
I have it. It was like $20 on Amazon. I bought mine. It's just a breathe tube. And I've heard wonderful things about it. And if like honestly I could get myself to slow down and just acknowledge that that's what I need. There. And like, well, that too. And like, I did it a couple times on Thursday, and it's just slowing down your breathing. So you're still getting like, you get something to hold, which is what I need.
Yeah.
Because I always, like, this is always in my hand 90% of the time. So like the holding thing I have, and then it's like, but for me to sit there and be like, okay, this is what I'm grabbing over this is like, and then it's the mental, like,
like mentalness
Yeah, the mental
of
list
like,
is like,
this enough?
yeah, like, is this going to be is that push through power struggle that I'm having? So try that. See what you think, if it is worth your time or not. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I
this is
really
the
need
other
a
one.
really awesome accountability buddy to be like, yeah, I fucked up today. And this could work out really great for us if you want to be off the nicotine too. But we do one of those, and then TikTok has like this underbrush gum,
Yeah,
which is supposed to
I
be
can't do
really
gum
good.
either because it hurts my teeth.
But this gum is supposed to help strengthen and rebuild your teeth.
Maybe.
And help make them stronger type stuff. So I wanted to try that as just like something to chew on. Don't give yourself a panic attack because that's what you were doing. You're triggering your body that it wasn't safe. Stop.
Sorry.
Oh, and oh no, it's gone. Is it in my boot? Here it is. It fell off. I'll put it back. But then I attached an amethyst to it. Because amethyst helps you break addiction patterns, and then a clear quartz to help keep it clear always. And I have that attached to help me. And it's been a really good like mentality. It's always on me. I know it's there, but I haven't started utilizing it yet. So we could be accountability buddies, and I have to check in every time we want to vape or smoke or. I mean, it is, but it's also an honesty and support system type situation.
But yeah, so
that's really good.
I'm trying to find something because I am being picky, and I know that I'm doing it on purpose. But also, like I said, I don't want to keep doing it either. Mainly for the fact of like, I've seen my mom try to quit smoking like throughout my entire life, every like 2 or 3 years, and it never happens. I think that this, like her switching over to like the vapes, I think that's like the closest she's been my entire life to like actually not smoking cigarettes at all. But like, I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to be like, no, I'm quitting, and then start smoking again because something happens or whatever. Like, I want to find something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's the first 30 days. It's hard to rebuild or reframe habits.
Well, especially when you have, especially when like for me, because I'm not, which Cheryl says all the time, I'm not a normal smoker. I only smoke like at certain things. Like I only smoke before I go to sleep. And I only smoke like when I'm working on breaks. That's it. Yeah. Like other than that, I'm like, I have friends. I'm not the type of person that like every 2 hours on the 2 hours like has to go
needs to like have
I'm
one
not
every
that
hour.
I'm not that person. It's literally just at certain situations.
Yours would be so easy to.
And then like,
I mean, I shouldn't say easy because I've been struggling for years, but.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You would think that it would be so easy.
Yeah, because like if you're only doing it that couple times a day, finding a switch in that moment. Ooh, 444, I'm talking something good or someone's talking to me good. But like that moment, you have to create a new space or ritual around for you to get over the hump of it.
So, trying that.
Not important.
Trying to figure it out. We'll see. I'll put progress if there is any.
Okay. We should really accountability up after this. Because then I won't buy anymore. And then I'll just have to admit to you when I do naughty things.
Naughty things.
Naughty things.
Anyway, so,
anyways.
Yeah. Water. Good for yourself.
Yes. Keep up on your water. Lock in on that. Lock in on not having sugar or over consuming sugar. Sugar is bad. Bad. Like the amount you have matters. Also, like create some sort of, because not everyone's the same. Everyone has different things that really sets a spark in them. Like I really enjoy reading and a really good bath and my tarot cards and saging myself down in my crystals, and like find different things or think of different things that you really enjoy doing, different foods that you really like that's another thing I wanted to like hit on with sugar too, is don't like overconsume fast foods, and like really buckle down on nourishing foods, whole foods that are good for your body, that's going to do something more for you. We we can get most of our, like a lot of our vitamins and nutrients and like the stuff we need in veggies and green things. I know it's disgusting.
And green things.
Every
I
time I
like green
mention kale
things.
to someone, they're just like gross, and I'm like, but it's so good for you. And if you dress it up with a
I
little
feel
bit
the
of
same way
lemon
about.
juice and oil and salt and pepper,
I
it's
feel the
so
same
good.
way about spinach. I don't like kale, but I like spinach.
Spinach is good. Spinach has so much iron for you, which is really good. Anything with iron, you should be taking vitamin C with. So get some fruit or some citrus
The truth.
in it, because then what you're consuming is actually getting into your system and absorbing. Like a lot of different nutrients need something else to absorb into your system. Kind of stupid, but if you work with it and you spend the season working with it, you're going to try a lot of new, different, yummy things that are going to fuel your body.
I think that that's a big part of. I've said this. I've said this before with, especially seasonal depression in winter.
Mm-hmm.
That I think that that is a big importance if you can train your brain to do it, because I think the hard part is that is like convincing yourself of like, okay, we need to go do these things, or we need to eat this, or we need to do this. But I think
Right.
if you can reframe your brain in like, oh, it's the dark time of year, we
Mm-hmm.
should go do this, or we should just switch. Oh, make it like a, you know how when winter happens, people are excited to make soup.
Yeah.
Like
But that's the thing.
make
Like,
it
make
like
it
that in your
cozy.
head of like, oh, it's winter time. We get to do like these things instead of like it's dark, it's cold. I don't want to leave or do
Like, I
anything.
roll into hibernation season as soon as October is over. And it's like, I am, the Swedens do it, or across the seas. I'm pretty sure it's Sweden, but they do Hygie, which is basically like everything comfort.
Yep.
It's comfort everything. You have all the blankets, you have all the cozy things. You got your fireplace, you got your warm soups, you got your hot bread, you got your hot teas, and you just make a little nest in your home, and then you don't do anything unless you have to or you want to. And the nice thing, I'm talking about like this self-care menu, like create, like making a list, write it down of things like your favorite foods, favorite comfort foods. The other day I told Kevin I wanted to make this, like I make a custard oatmeal in the morning with berries and Greek yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
So good, so comforting, so nutritious for you because it's got everything you need. And I make that for me and Opie in the morning, and I didn't get to do that, and I wanted to do it before work. And I was like, Kevin, remind me when I get out of bed to go downstairs and make that. Otherwise, it's going to be time for me to go to work, and I'm not going to have 8, and I'm going to have to resort to something at work, and that's not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is, but it's not. And I didn't get it. And I didn't get it. We didn't get reminded. I didn't remind myself. He didn't remind me until like I reminded myself as I'm pouring my last coffee, and I was like, I didn't make oatmeal. Damn. Okay. So I got home from work, and we were supposed to have leftovers, and Opie's like, I don't want leftovers. And I was like, okay, I'll make you eggs. And then I'm getting like her eggs going, his leftovers cooking, and I was like, you know what? I didn't have oatmeal this morning. I made myself oatmeal, and it cheered me up. It lifted my mood. Like I was having such a crappy day, like not crappy, but it wasn't like the best day. And like, and then mine took the longest to make, so everyone was done eating and out of the kitchen, and I just sat there with the biggest thing of oatmeal and berries, and it was heaven. It put joy in my life. And then I thought, I was like, I need that on my list because that'll be a go-to this winter for when I'm really down and I want to fuel myself and treat myself good.
And you know it'll work.
And I know it'll work. Mm-hmm. It's like those little crafty things, those hobbies that you really enjoy doing, but your depression takes it out of you and you don't want to do it. Like write that down on your list. You enjoy reading, you like crocheting, you like coloring. When you want to color, like, or you like binging 80s movies, or like your favorite songs, create a playlist for the winter. Mm-hmm. I do this all year. I will start a playlist for the year and just keep adding different
songs to it.
Songs to it that just like really relate to the time frame I'm in, and a lot of them have to do with really uplifting or mind shifting things. Or if I do find something that'll shift my mood in a really good way, I'll put it on a playlist that, you know, I'm labeling as freeing or something, like to de-stress. That way I know when I'm in the thick of things, I have all these amazing tools that I know I love, and it's already there, so I can just pick it up and look at it and be like, okay, I don't want to do anything, but I know at least something on here is gonna like shift me in just a little way. What thing do I want to do right now? What's one thing I can do off this list?
And that's what I was gonna say for the doing, you know, one thing and giving yourself the the okay of like, oh, we did one thing.
Yeah.
Is that like that's, and not just with like seasonal depression and like things like that, but overall,
That's just every
I feel
day.
like as humans, we we don't take the little wins, we take the big fails, if that makes sense. Like we don't take, like with like getting out of your house during the winter, even though it's cold and like you don't want to or whatever.
That's another thing.
Like that is a win. But as people, we're like, see, I knew it was cold. I knew I wouldn't like it. I knew I wouldn't do this. And then we retreat back into like see, I knew I was right, instead of
the comfort of it.
instead of giving ourselves of like, yeah, but you did it. You chose to go outside when you didn't want to. Like that's a step. And if you can keep doing that, it doesn't have to be every day. If you can keep doing that even like once a week or whatever, it builds a tolerance,
resistance.
Yeah, but it builds like a thing in you of like, oh, okay, this isn't as like, it sucks. It's cold. We as humans don't want to be cold, but like it's not as horrific as our brain is making it out to be.
Yeah.
And also it progressively helps you too. The more that you get out, especially during the winter, the more you get out and do things, and like and even like going to the store or whatever, the more it does help you when you are at home.
Yeah.
It does help your mood. It does help how you, especially when you're in a house with other people, like with kids or like your husband or whatever. It helps that too, because you're not the downer. You're not like when your kids are like, can we go to the store? You're like, fucking no, it's cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not the one that's like, no, I just want to sit here under my blanket all the time. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to touch you. I just want to sit here and I want to be warm and I don't want to move. Like, the more that you push yourself out of that shell, it helps everything. It helps your mood. It helps what you want to do. It helps your ambition. Like, and like I said, going back to the soup thing, if you can reframe your brain in, I'm able, I get to do these things.
Yeah, I get to, not I should.
Yeah, not I have to or I should. It also helps with that, because then you start getting like I said, with cooking specifically, when you start like gravitating and thinking of all of these like winter foods you can make, it pushes your ambition that even if you're not leaving the house, you're like, oh, okay, I have the ability to make this. I want to get up off of my couch or chair or whatever that I'm comfy and warm in, and I want to make my family this thing because it's really exciting to me, and I finally can do it because it's winter, and it'll be nice to go with all the like cold weather or whatever. Like, it just, if you can reframe it in your brain, even if you're not leaving the house during a seasonal depression episode, it helps with your ambition and excitement of the situation.
Absolutely.
It's not a controlling situation. It's I get to do these things.
Yeah. It's a choice in it.
It's kind of, I would say it's kind of the same as like things in marriages. Like, you can either, in my opinion, you can either like be like, oh, I have to do this for my significant other, or I have to do this because it'll make them happy or whatever. And if you reframe it in a way of like, I get to do this for them.
Yeah.
Like, I get to show this for them. it makes the whole experience for not only you, but the both of you more enjoyable than a task that you have to do.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
for
love
the
that.
depression thing.
I love that. Just like shifting, like not saying it's not challenging to shift your mindset, but even like doing journal work and just seeing like what's hitting you right now and emptying your brain, doing brain dumps. Like when you wake up in the morning and all you're feeling is ugh. Like just sit down with a blank sheet of paper and be like, well, what's going on? What's coming up right now? And write it all down, because like you can look at that and be like, okay, now what's in my control? Like what can I really fuck with today if I really wanted to? What's in my control of doing? And then look at that and being like, okay, what do I have the energy or the capacity for? And if it's just laying around, giving yourself the grace to just lay around and say, okay, today I'm not in a good day. If I just manage to take care of myself today, that's enough. But don't go into the beating yourself up over it mentally, because you're not your best. No one is their best always. And if they are, I want to know their secret. They're not human.
I told
aliens.
They're aliens.
Aliens.
I told my daughter, and I understand that like I do this too, and so does Cheryl, but my daughter was really upset because the other day, because she was like trying to fix a whole bunch of things, like something happened with her friends, and then like how she's feeling emotionally, and she's trying to work through stuff with her own trauma that she kind of hasn't dealt with, and like with her boyfriend, and she was like trying to do all of that all at one time. And she was really upset about it, and she's like, I just feel like I'm not able to do anything. Like I'm not able to make my friends happy, my boyfriend happy, me happy. Like I'm not able to do any of these things because like I have so much stuff that I don't have time to actually like work on anything. And when I do, this person is upset that I'm not doing this, and then I'm upset that I don't have my own time, and I was telling her, I was like, you just need to focus on one part of it. I was like, I get it. I do that all the time. I constantly have like seven, 6 different things that I'm like, we have to do this now, not today. We have to do all of this right now. And I was like, so I get it. I understand. It's super overwhelming. I was like, but you just need to figure out, like, you need to take little bits and little things, and like, it doesn't have to be a fix. It can be like, hey, I know that I haven't had time alone by myself in a week, and this is really bothering me. So, hey, can I have 2 hours and then I'll go hang out with you? Or then we'll go do this. I was like, that 2 hours might not fix your problem. It might not make you feel like you had enough time to yourself. I was like, but it's more than nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the more that you get those little things, the more it's not going to seem as overwhelming. You're still going to be overwhelmed because you're still trying to juggle a lot of different things. I was like, but it won't be as like daunting. It won't be like you woke up and you're like, shit, this whole day is going to be fucked because I have to do this and this and this and this. Yeah.
Too. Like that's also a huge thing, is filling your cup before you're pouring into everyone else. Like everyone's big on talking self-care and it being like luxurious baths and stuff like that. And it's like, no, it's taking a mental evaluation of everything that's going on and being like, okay, what's one thing I can crush right now for myself? Like, what's the absolute most need that I need right now? And getting that taken care of, so you're a little bit full. And eventually that's going to be less of a mental struggle for you to grasp and be like, okay, so like, this is what I need in this moment. And also knowing, because like this is something I found after our last podcast when we were talking about triggers and like implementing
100 views.
Woo! Thanks, guys.
We got 100 views. We got it.
Epic.
Yeah, and 3 new subscribers.
No way.
3 new subscribers.
Wow.
That's pretty great.
Hi.
Yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So the triggers thing, and like I'm very much of like when I feel triggered or stuck or whatever, trying to like reflect on it, fix it, resolve, apologize, all that stuff. But like when I was first starting out in like learning all of this through my motherhood and even like my self-care and taking care of me, like it it takes give yourself so much grace because you starting that and forming the awareness around it, it takes like 3 solid years for that to keel over to where it's like a solid bypass. You're rerouting a lot of different neuro system things, and it takes time. And I saw that thing somewhere on one of the social media things that it takes 3 years. Like the first year is just like the awareness and the implementation of it, and then it becomes easier throughout the years. And I was just like, oh wow. So here I am having crash out after crash out after crash out. And like I'm finally seeing where now I'm in that place where I'm like getting to the point where I have the tools in place and that I'm using them, and like it's still rough, but we're getting there. So I have hope, and that's a bright silver lining.
I said this to Cheryl that I think. Oh, and I said this to my dad when we were talking too. But I think it's funny is not the word that I want to use, but interesting maybe. But I think it's so interesting that the communication and the tools that our generation has now, not only with parenting, but also in relationships and like friendships and like stuff like that. Like our ability to like see like healthy ways to deal with things is so, in my opinion, is so beyond our parents' generation. But also with that comes a lot of rewiring that I think that like people looking from the outside is like, why is it not this easy for me? Like me and Cheryl get that. Like me and Cheryl get that question all the time. Of like, well, yeah, it's so easy for you guys. Like, you guys just love each other. Like, yeah, you got the good relationship.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I tell them all the time. I'm like, I would say yes, I got lucky that me and Cheryl had a common understanding as far as communication goes when we got together. But that doesn't mean we didn't work on it. That doesn't mean we haven't worked on it. That doesn't mean that it still doesn't
it's
like
still
there's
a choice every day.
Yeah, like there's still times that like we are impulsive to the point where like we're not trying to communicate. We're just like, well, fuck you, like sort of thing. And it is, and especially in those moments, it is a choice of like, I understand, like having that of yourself to be like, I understand that's not what I wanted to say to you. This is really what I meant. But like, but as far as like people looking into it and being like, yeah, it must be so easy or whatever. The same as parenting is that like everybody sees like a quote good parent or like somebody around their kid that like does have good communication and does have like, I don't know how to explain it. They're just signs of being a good parent. Like not being overbearing and like letting your kid like be themselves and like things like that. Like, and they look at it and be like, well, yeah, it's easy for you because like whatever excuse, your kid is so great or whatever, or whatever. But like, you have to work at it. It doesn't just happen. And especially like because our generation is the first to jump so far forward with that, we're trying to make it so our kids don't have to do that, but we're still rewiring generations of parenting things, of things we were told and taught and seen, and like not just our parents but our great grandparents. Like we're rewiring all of that just to be able to have that communication. So it's not just the physical being able to be understanding to your kids, it's that we're having to fight
our triggers.
Yeah, we're having to fight our own shit while trying to like
saying fuck you and go to your bedroom because I can't handle you right now. Yeah. Or like
or you're not allowed to speak because
not allowed to have feelings. Yeah. like that kind of stuff, because
But
they
like it's
don't
in the
know how.
moment.
But yeah,
It's not like later. Like for example, like you could be talking to Opie and being like, I understand how you're feeling this today. I understand that this is how that makes you feel. But while those words are coming out of your mouth, you're fighting generations of parents in your head of being like, no, tell them this. No, tell them this. No, this is
yeah.
what you should be doing. Like constantly. And so
Or
like,
it's like your instant response is your
yeah.
parents, and like you're trying to shut it down and like go from your standpoint. Yeah. I think like you touching on that is really important, but like I want to expand on it. I don't think it's just like, it's any relationship. Any relationship. If you're willing to commit and choose to be a part of that person's life or whatever, like the energy you bring, and it's all about that. It's about honesty and communication and like treating people with respect. And like good relationships only work because people are willing to work on them. It's not, oh, we had it good, but now we're in a disagreement with each other and fuck you. It's coming back to that person and being like, hey, bro, you did me, like, I'm offended in some way, and maybe I just misheard or mistook it in some way. I need to talk about it. Do you have time? Or if that's not the solution and you really feel like at that, like, whatever, like, you got to be willing to open up and be vulnerable with people. And if you're not willing to do that, you're not going to have the relationship. And it's like, I've come across some people who are just like, well, the phone works both ways. And it's just like, yeah, you say that, and but you're right. It does work both ways. And those people I can't stand, because like my personal experience is like with those people is I've made the honest effort to call you, to reach out. I'm going to get back to you. I haven't forgot about you. I'm going to call you. I'm going to reach out. And then it's dead air. And it's to the point now where it's just like, if you're rolling up to my funeral, please don't say, like, I wish I had a phone to call you.
Yeah.
I seen that the other day and it hit me so hard just in the chest. And I'm just like, because none.
You're in your hair.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Because, like, none of it, like, that's the honest truth. Like, don't come to my funeral saying you wish I had a phone to call me, because like my phone sits dead all the time, and that's fine. I'm okay with like the people and the experiences and the relationships I have. I'm not saying that to be a pity or like feel sorry for me or woe is me. It's just facts right now. I'm to that point in my life where take me as I am, help me grow, be honest with me, be straight up. If you're unwilling to do that, like, don't fuck with me.
Yep, it's not worth it.
It's not worth my time to get all bent out of shape about it. I got other things.
I said this to Cheryl, and again, going back to the like, well, yeah, it's so easy for you guys. But me and her were talking about this, about all of the like videos that she has seen on Facebook or whatever of like the husbands of like, if he wants to, he will. And I was talking to her about it because she's like, yeah, like I feel like that with you, like you make the effort and you make efforts, and like stuff like that. And I was like, I was telling her, I was like, but I feel like that even goes for like friends or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like if somebody wants to be in your life, they'll make the effort to be in your life. And if they're not, then I'm not saying like if people just don't message you back, you should be like, oh fuck you, you're not making effort. Because that's not what that means. But like, call them on it, and if they don't make the effort after that, then that's on them, not on you.
Yep.
And I was telling her, I was like, I made that realization a long time ago, of like, if people aren't going to make the effort to be in my life, then I'm not going to make the effort, because I don't have time to make the effort for everybody else.
Yeah.
And I'll give you grace. I'll give you times. I understand. I've said this to many people. I understand. People are adults. They have kids. Things happen.
They have lives.
It's not like, hey, how you doing? And immediately I'm expecting everybody to message me back.
Right.
Like, I
No,
get
it's
that.
not that.
I'll give grace. But if I have said 2 or 3 times, hey, I've reached out, what's going on, or whatever, and you're still like not making an effort to put into this friendship or relationship, then I'm just going to be like, hey, done, lost, over. And it's not going to be a big blowout. It's not going to be a big thing.
No, it's a silent bow.
It's just I don't do that.
Right.
And I was telling Cheryl that I was like, and that's how I feel like too many people hold on to those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Too many people are like, for whatever reason, either we've been friends for so long, so I can't let go,
Yeah.
or they know things about me that nobody else does, so I don't want, to let that go. Whatever the case is, it hurts you more having those relationships than
It's
it
just
helps.
draining because that's all you're putting your energy into then at that point is,
a wall.
well, yeah. It's like I'm doing all this stuff or I'm trying to reach out, I'm trying to hang tight and put effort into it, and you're not receiving anything back. And those one-sided relationships can really fuck with you. And it's like,
And it doesn't have to be, and this is kind of the point that I was making when I was talking to Cheryl, is for me, it doesn't have to be like a let's go get coffee or whatever every week or month or whatever.
yeah.
Like, for the most part, I haven't seen Cora in fucking 10 years, give or take, maybe twice
Yeah.
in that time. But I still message her. I still will like send her videos. I'll still like talk to her. I'll still, and vice versa. Like, we'll still
She
make
still hits up you.
the effort to where it's still a relationship, a friendship that's fulfilling and worth having.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if it were, and I would say this for her too, if it were the opposite of like one of us wasn't, like, she was sending me like videos and, hey, I thought about this or whatever, and I was not responding or just being like one word, like, cool, like, I wouldn't expect her to hold on to that relationship, nor would I hold on to that relationship, because it's not beneficial. It's not doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's literally just because I've known you so long, and I personally, I think people need to get over that, having relationships, because it holds you down more than it helps. Like, having the relationships I have helped me. The friendships I have helped me.
Yeah.
They're beneficial.
They support you in some way.
Yeah.
They help you grow.
They're beneficial.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if I had to uphold a friendship that wasn't doing anything, that's just extra time and energy and effort out of my life for no
that
reason.
You could be filling elsewhere too.
Yeah.
Because you do have a family you pour into. You have a life. Like, you have other friends that you could be pouring into. And, like, for you to take the time and energy out to make it for these other places and hold space for those places, it just takes away from that. So that's another thing. Reevaluate shit. Like, if people or things, career, like, not saying quit your job and like set your life on fire, because enough of the world's on fire, but like less news,
Also, that doesn't always
less
work.
world shit. Yeah, that's the thing. But like shift into like wondering what's not going right in those situations. Are you feeding energy into something that's not fulfilling you? Like, evaluate what's going on and then take steps, small steps, not all at once, or not dive off the deep end. Make a fool of yourself. But
it's the perfect time to do that too, because like we've said, like, winter is the time where like you are
down.
Yeah, you are home, you are not moving so much, you are like, you do have the time to evaluate it too.
Well, yeah.
In an actual long-term space. Whereas, like, during the summer, like, especially if you got like kids or whatever, like,
it's go go.
Yeah, it's go. So if you are evaluating during that time, it's a split evaluation. Like, it's a momentary.
Yeah.
It's just, I have this amount of. Yeah. Whereas, like, in the winter, you have the time to really sit in it and really be like, okay, what are we gonna do? What's this what's this? And it gives you the ability to not only logically figure it out, but also like figure out what happens after this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the perfect time to do it.
Well, and now that you touch on it in that way, it's so funny because the more I adjust my life to seasonal living and slowing down,
Mm-hmm.
like using the seasons to my benefit, spiritually, just all around benefiting me. Like, this is the time of year where the harvest is over, so we're done piling and stocking for the winter, or we should be like tending to our garden in that kind of a space. You're coming inside, you're slowing down, so this is the time to bundle in, get comfortable. Don't give yourself hate for being comfortable and slow
Mm-hmm.
and bundling in and hibernating, because that's essentially what we did.
Mm-hmm.
We were surviving winter.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the more that I look at our lives now compared to back then, like, no wonder there wasn't seasonal depression and like hardcore I'm going stir crazy, because they were living in a time where even in the winter and the cloud of it, they still had things to do to keep them going in a slow paced way, where now we're so TVs everywhere and go, go, go. And we're always having to be busy. Winter hits and everyone has to still be busy. And it's
well,
like,
also they understood that that's what that was.
yeah.
That's why like solstices and like the new moons and like things like that were more prevalent back then, is because those were their like milestones or like markers. Whereas like when
For
winter
time.
came, when winter came, it wasn't a depression thing, because they already were like, yeah, in winter
We're prepared.
the same thing I said about switching your brain as I get to.
Yeah.
Back then it was winter, we do this.
Now we rest.
We rest, we sit at home, we spend time with our families, we do all this. And then once winter's over, then we do this, then we do this.
Yeah.
Like, it was more
when
of
the
a
dark's over, then we build it. Like, we're planning all winter, we're getting ready. Like, and why the solstices line up so nice with the seasons and how like planning and stuff works, it's just so beautiful, because in the springtime you're already set for your plan for the year. The new year's come and now you're ready to get to work. In the springtime is all about new beginnings, sowing your seeds. So you're planting everything, you're building everything up. So when summer hits, you're in action and you're going and you're tending and you're going and you're tending and you're going, because the day's high and long and hot and beautiful. And then fall hits and we harvest and we celebrate and we are thankful. And then winter hits and we are dark and and we're resting. We are resting. And that's important.
and
so slowing
also
down,
enjoying what you did all year.
and just giving yourself like woohoos. Really check in and reflect over your year and woohoos. Yeah, woohoos. Because we as humans don't give ourselves enough good jobs or good doings. Like he was saying, we're more on our failures and what didn't go right. Or we're people who like to climb all the big challenging mountains and get to the top and be like, okay, what's next? What's next can I tackle? And then you start tackling it, and then you're like 3 months into the next thing and you're just like, but I did something really great over there.
That was cool.
And I'm already in like a whole lot of more work, and now I don't want it because I'm burnt out. Hi, I'm Haley.
That goes with everything.
But yeah.
But I also want to throw that in to the I can't remember how you just worded it. That's fine.
Plan your next year.
But the point was that like, instead of thinking about all of like the things of like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, or whatever.
Start planning.
Oh, the resting part. That's what you said. Yeah. The resting part in like the winter times of like taking that time to really like give yourself a pat on the back, or give yourself like a woohoo. Yeah. Or be like, hey, I might not have gotten a house. I might not have, gotten a promotion at work. I might not have done these things this year that I really wanted to do, but I have these things. But these things did happen. Like I
align it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because like it makes it in your head, it makes it less failing and daunting.
Yeah,
because like
looking
it's
at
easy
what
to
did go right.
yeah, like it's easy to look at like, well, I had a plan this whole year to get to here, and winter comes or whatever is your like end of year, and you're like, I didn't get this done and this done and this done. It's easy to be like, well, I just didn't do anything all year. But if you can like look at the things that you did do, like I said this to Cheryl about parenting is like, obviously as a guy and as a provider of a family, like there's a lot of pressure in that, and there's a lot of times where you're like, I'm not doing enough, and I'm not doing like this, and like I should be doing this and this and this and this because like this is my job and whatever. But then like there are times, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but there are times where like I remind myself of like the things that are working. Like I, for example, like I work all the time. And so like when I was home, I was sleeping, and when I wasn't sleeping, then I was getting everybody food, and then I was going to work. Like it was they're very, and then on my days off, because I worked all the time, I only had one day off, so I would sleep and then try to cram in everything that didn't happen into one day. And so like my kids, the girls are fucking great. They always have been, but there was a lost time in there of like there was a good 3 to 4 years where like they wouldn't come to me with things that were happening. They wouldn't talk to me or whatever because I was either sleeping or I was
working.
so that like effectively it didn't work for them. So they would tell Cheryl or whatever. And then over time that like I've kind of changed how I've done things, like staying up later or like not sleeping as much even though I'm tired, or like making the effort to like do those things. Like that's kind of came back. And so like a couple months ago I did the same thing. I was like, well, you know, I could be doing this, I could be doing this. And then my oldest Emma like came, she was having a bad day and came downstairs and like talked, specifically was like, hey, can I talk to you? And like was talking to me and like stuff like that. And I told Cheryl, I left that conversation being like, okay, like I have this, like at least I'm doing this right. Like at least like she feels not only safe but comfortable of like, hey, I want to talk to you about like my teenage problems, and you're not going to be like blow me off, or you're not going to be like, I don't have the time
right now.
Yeah. And so like little, that's just my example, but like just little things like that in like those winter or slow months, just like evaluating like your little wins that you have.
Well, I can like even play on that too, because it's like last winter I had finished my beekeeping book because I'm really into bees. That's part of my like later in life plan. Bees, save the bees. Don't mow your lawn. Don't mulch your leaves. Leave them on your yard. PSA for the fall. PSA. Our pollinators need them.
Well, tell that to the city.
They need the leaves.
Tell that to the city of Appleton and Kaukauna that yell at me for leaving my leaves on.
I'm gonna get yelled at because I'm not doing it. So, but they're good for our pollinators. Live in the leaves, and if you leave that, it's better for your lawn the next year because all of that gets mulched down and broken down in nutrients for your soil, and then you mulch it and get rid of it in the spring, and it's not the spring, after April. Then you get rid of all that stuff because then all the pollinators are alive again and awake and done hibernating. And then you can do funky things to your lawn and keep them manicured. I don't care. But leave them icky. It's supposed to be icky. Not supposed to look manicured.
The world is supposed to be icky.
It's supposed to look nature.
Supposed to look natured. Supposed to look like...
That's going to make a really epic reel.
Supposed to be natured.
Anyways, so the bees were my focus for the beginning of the year. And also I've been saving and planning for a house for the last 5. So my space for saving at the moment in the year was split. And then I kept on finding I was saving more for like the splitting of the savings. It was too much at the time for me to like try and micromanage. Now I'm doing better with it. But beginning of the year I was not, and we really like my insanity was going crazy with not having a house, right? So I'm just like I buckled down and I caved, and I was just like, I can't multitask with this. I need to do one saving at a time. So then I did, and everything went in the house, and now we have our house. So, like, did I fail at my plan last year to have bees in my first season of bees? Yeah, I did. Do I know it's not probably an immediate future thing? Yeah. Am I really bummed out about it? Yeah. Am I going to get depressed about it? Maybe.
Probably.
Just a little bit, because they really want bees. But I'm not going to let it fuck up. Like, I'm a failure because I didn't do this. In the end, I did something really important and beneficial for my family. So that, like, and that has trajectory, like, in turned my mental health in so many different ways. So it's like benefit. Will the bees save me and vibe with me really good and heal me in magical ways? Yes. Do I want to experience that? Yes. But there are other ways I can find that.
Does it need to happen right this second?
No, and in the duration, I can continue reading. Like, that's the thing. If something doesn't work out, you can always reflect on it and be like, okay, so what steps can I do to make this work? If the promotion didn't happen this year, well, what went wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And if not, what went wrong? Like, well, is that the right option? And what steps can you take to get that done? Like, I can't do beekeeping right now, but I can continue reading so I know my shit. I can continue being educated. There is, I found on Facebook, a mentoring bee club.
That's cool.
In our area, yeah. And they do meetings, not in the winter time, but during the spring and summer and fall, they have monthly meetings, and they do like hive checks. So you're actually getting to play with bees. And then there are other people who all have bees. So I mean, I can have a mentor. Like, that's a way for me to get involved with the hobby and learn about it before I'm all
just submerged
balls to the wall like I usually play. So it's another thing, like, it's a new learning experience for me. It's a way for me to branch out and become mentored before I like dive in, because I'm a fool and I like to dive. But I learned that way.
Get a wraps?
Yeah.
Get a wraps?
Yeah, pretty quick.
What are your wraps?
3 minutes. I'm a witchy girl. Kitty.
Kitty.
Kitty whoop. Kitty whoop. I'm not rapping today. My brain's not here. It's been a very long time.
I think that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the rap.
Yeah, it's just
gonna be that. I'm a witchy girl.
That's gonna be the video for this podcast. It's
fabulous. I haven't wrote shit in a long time.
Mm-hmm. I think you should. You should figure that out.
Yeah.
Just try. Although I haven't either, for what it's worth. So.
But that's really dark and depressing, Haley. And kinda. Well, the last time I really like sat down and tried, it was like miscarriage Haley phase, and I picked up because
it was still sad and depressing.
Well, yeah, it was, but I also created something that wasn't. It was like really beautifully wrote, but I bought the Poetry for Dummies, like the how-to book, and I was like reading it because I'm just like, I write very open, scripted, and like just what I'm feeling and what's in my head. Like, I don't know techniques or anything like that.
Or structure.
So like I started reading that, and then I produced something really great. So maybe this winter I'll buckle down and read the book, because I just started like reading, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take notes, and then I created something, and then I was like, oh, cool, I'm great, and then I put the book down. So maybe I'll continue that this winter. Otherwise, Kevin's gonna buy me some acrylic markers. Ooh. So I can start. And mind you, I have all the acrylic paint at home, but the markers, those are my new fixation. I need to collect for all my crafts.
But I don't have markers.
But I don't have the acrylic markery paint things. Those look really cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna get those. And I got painty stuff, and I got yarns, and I got tarots for days, and I got new books up the ass. So I should be hunkered down and
stuff
set
to do. Good.
For winter. Winter is coming. Yeah. So.
Any questions for me in the next 3 minutes?
What is your self-care plan for winter?
For winter?
Yeah. Favorite foods? Favorite things?
I was gonna say food is a big one. I kind of the mind fuck that I said before of like there are foods that I like making in winter, like potato soup and like stuff like that. So like it really so when it gets cold, that like triggers in my brain of like you get to do this now.
Mhm.
So that's kind of cool.
I've made soup like 2 or 3 times a week since cold.
And then like I don't know, actually spending good genuine time with like my wife and my family
Mhm.
because I have the ability to, and like sitting on the couch and actually watching a full movie on the couch and like cuddling and like stuff like that, like stuff
We
like
just
that.
did Back to the Future.
It's nice.
All 3.
I did okay, so I did it by myself, but I I realized that it had been so long since I watched John Wick, and so I binge watched the first 3. Cheryl came home and went to sleep, and I was like, I'm gonna stay up and watch these. So me and Wyatt sat on the couch and watched the first 3 John Wick movies back to back. But it was so funny because so in the first one, it's right after like they kill his dog or whatever,
Mhm.
and he's like getting beat up and like it's in the house. So like he's like
Yep.
beating everybody up. And Wyatt's not paying attention. It's the first one. And he's like not paying attention. And he's like on his tablet or whatever. And he looks up and he goes, that guy's not having a good day. And I was like, buddy, you're right. He's not. And he will continue to not have a good day. It was just really funny.
No, so it's kind of ironic. Like we found Back to the Future, the Blu-ray, like all 3 of them, box set, collection, whatever, on Amazon, and we're like, yeah, we should. It showed up on November 5th. We watched that one, just the one, the first one, that night. Kevin messaged me the next morning with a meme, and he's like, you know, we did something and we didn't even realize we did it. And I was like, oh,
we did the thing.
We did the thing. We time traveled with them. They went back to 1955 and we're in 2025. It's a miracle. Anyway, so that was my fun for the week. Oh, and we got 10 DVDs. Okay, this is the last fun bit of my life. We got 10 DVDs. It's got the Rugrats, and they're all individual, but it's a 10 disc collection.
Stack?
Yeah. Rugrats, Wild Thornberries, Charlotte's Web, Jimmy Neutron.
That's good shit.
And like 6 other ones that I can't remember. Really excited. We watched the Rugrats last night as a family, and that was really good. Obi was glued.
Yeah.
Glued to it. I'm like,
great.
I'm sitting there braiding my hair and finishing it up, and I'm singing word for word. And Kevin's like, I'm more annoyed with you than my daughter is. And I was like, well,
Wyatt
this was my childhood.
Wyatt was like that with Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because I was like, there are a few cartoons that like he has been interested in, but for the most part, he'll be interested and then he'll kind of like ADHD move on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it. But like Courage the Cowardly Dog, consistently when I put it on, at least for the first 2 episodes I play, he'll like, no matter what he's doing, he'll just sit there and watch and laugh at it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's epic. I love that. That was like more like me watching that with her was like, it dug on the heartstrings a little too much. It was great.
Anyway.
Good
talk.
Good talk. Thanks for talking.
We'll figure out.
Thanks for letting me talk.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Wow.
I know.
Wow. He's growing.
I didn't talk the whole time. Oh. I know. I've been working on it for real, so.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
But I'll try to figure something out. I say this every year, but I'll try to figure something out as far as the cold goes. I don't really think about it until it gets cold, and then I'm like...
I mean, honestly, we can just move it to my house if you want. Yeah, we can set up the office. I can clean that before our next one.
Are you sure you can do that?
I'll try. If not, we'll figure out some place in my house that's warm. But it's huge, so we have the space.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then we'll play date with the kids, because that's fun. All right, cool. We figured shit out, guys.
Have fun.
Have a great week.
Thanks for listening. Another 100 views, guys.
Yeah, like, subscribe, do all the things. Though I'm told, like, And I am definitely one of those people that when people tell you to like subscribe and comment, you're the first one to swipe. Mm-hmm. So I get it. If I say that and y'all are just like, ick, but really, like, we enjoy talking to you. Nice. Add to it. Ask us things. Comment on what you want us to talk about if you have ideas.
We literally can talk about anything. So whatever you want.
So yeah, that's a wrap. Bye. Bye.